Good morning from Valencia. I have a Streets of Valencia tour this morning. I have a little bit of free time before my guests arrive. So I thought I'd have a little wander around with my camera and show you a few little corners of the old town. Here you can see the magnificent Torres de Serrano, the ancient gateway entrance into the old town. Construction began in 1392 and lasted for 6 years until 1398. There was a wall either side of this tower surrounding the whole of the old town. There's hardly any remnants of that wall left now. You will see a few little pieces of the wall near the Torres de Quart, the other gated entrance. But of course the wall is there no more. Valencia doesn't need protecting, thankfully, from invaders, so there's no wall there anymore. But the towers remain, and you can go up and have a little look. There's great views from the top. I take my guests up on my tour. So we're going to walk through the gateway and have a look around the old town. So we're walking through the gate. You'll see this huge wooden gate here, which is a beautiful spot for photos. I often take pictures of my guests here. These beautiful old wooden doors. And we step through into the old town itself. A little bit cloudy this morning, and they say there's a chance of a slight shower in about an hour. Hopefully not. I shall have to do the opposite of whatever the opposite of a rain dance is. That's what I'll do. Hopefully it won't rain. Never usually does. Not in Valencia. It's quite quiet. We're early this morning. It's about 8:15 in the morning. The city's just waking up. You can see the Valencia flag, the flag of the Valencian community, the Comunidad de Valencia, hanging everywhere as it's the Fallas celebrations here in Valencia. Okay, we're walking down a typical street in the old town, just close to El Carmen, the barrio in the old town, Calle Frigola. Lots of graffiti. Something my guests always notice is the amount of graffiti on these streets. Yes, there is a lot of graffiti. There's also a lot of good street art as well. It's a case of separating the good from the bad. But I think it all adds to the character of the neighborhood. Yeah, there is some great street art which you will see on my Streets of Valencia tour. We'll try and find a little bit of it as we walk along. But also lots of graffiti as well. I think it's just a common sight in most European cities. A lot of my American guests are always very surprised at the amount of graffiti. It's just a feature here in Spain, all over big cities in Spain. So we're walking, I think as we turn, well, I don't think, I know, as we turn this corner, that we're heading towards the Plaza de la Virgen, which is the meeting point for the Streets of Valencia tour. So let's have a look. Yeah. Here's a music bar with their own brand of graffiti or street art. That's a little bit better than the stuff we just saw. Okay. Let's walk towards Plaza de la Virgen, see what's going on there. Here we are in the beautiful Plaza de Manises. We have a nice 5-star hotel, the Palacio Valier, just here. And as we walk through, we will enter La Plaza de la Virgen, where the Streets of Valencia tour begins, the meeting point at the fountain. I can hear trucks everywhere cleaning up the streets. You can also hear, I'm not sure if the mic is picking it up, as we have a loud van behind us. You can hear the constant pop, pop, pop of fireworks from the mascletas. These are the loud fireworks shows that happen pretty much continuously during daylight hours for the entire 2 weeks leading up to March 19th, which is the climax of the Fallas festival. where they burn all the ninots. The ninots are the beautiful paper mache sculptures which they build and erect around the city, up to 400 of them, various different sizes, depending on their budget. And these statues are burnt on the final day, which this year is March 19th. In the 2 weeks leading up to that, you'll just have constant fireworks, mascletas, bangers going off, and you'll have the staged, organized, huge mascleta in the center at 2 p.m. in Plaza Ayuntamiento every day. So every day at 2 p.m. you'll have the big organized mascleta, which is really something like you've probably never heard before, and of course a must see or a must hear if you're here in Valencia. And we're here on the square, Plaza de la Virgen. There's the cathedral, and there is Neptune sitting on top of his fountain, which is the meeting point for my tour. And they turn on the fountain at around, well, at 10 o'clock. So later on, the fountain will be in display mode. Still pretty quiet. The cafes preparing themselves. And this is a churros stand. We'll have a little closer look at that now. Another feature of Fallas all over the city. We'll go and have a little wander there just now. This is a churreria, a stall selling churros. Stuffed churros stuffed with chocolate, buñuelos, which is pumpkin, battered and sugared, or battered and fried and then sugared. And these are all over the city during Fallas. And these plastic containers that you see hung up is where they put your hot chocolate sauce to dip your churros into. You can see just here. And here are some of the churros. Buenas. So yeah, churros for breakfast. Valencia is not a place to be if you're on a diet, especially during Fallas. They smell amazing, actually. And there's another beautiful view of the cathedral. Here's a beautiful view of the bell tower of the cathedral from Calle de la Corregeria. Very quiet, the restaurant's just setting up. Valencia wakes up later than most places, especially on the weekend and especially on Fallas. It's a Saturday morning, so I guess people are in recovery mode. So I didn't have a huge amount of time this morning, so just a little wander around some little corners and some streets of the old town. I'm going to grab a quick coffee now and then go and meet my guests. You'll find the link to my Instagram, Streets of Valencia Tour, on my YouTube channel. Send me a message if you're interested in any tours, my Streets of Valencia tour, or if you want me to put together a custom tour for you, I also do that as well. We're just onto Calle Caballero now, and there in the distance you can see the Basilica, the church. In the Basilica they have daily services. They keep the big cathedral, this is slightly separate to the cathedral. They keep the cathedral for the big services and festivals, and in this basilica here is where they have the daily services, 5 or 6 each day, depending on the time of year. Okay, so that's it for this morning. Have a good weekend, and I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on here. Really enjoying doing the videos. I'm going to be taking you around different parts of Valencia over the summer, different parts of Catalonia. We'll venture up to Barcelona and take some videos up there too. So yeah, back on Plaza de Manises, and we will say adios for now. Adios.